Y'all, it smells amazing in here. You should really, I wish y'all could smell it. It's amazing in here. Hey y'all, it's Mad Wine Chemist. Today we're visiting Majek Vineyard and Winery in Schulenburg, Texas. This is just about an hour drive outside of Houston. Come on, y'all, and let's see what they have to offer.
So we make the Blanc Barel Black Spanish here. We grow that, and either I grow it or other people grow it in the area, and we bring it here, press it. We do whole cluster press. We don't do any de-stemming or anything like that. We just press it gently, and then we age it in stainless. So, and we alternate years with the Blanc de Bois. We age half of it every other year in oak, and make a little Chardonnay. We're getting ready for kind of phase 2. Mm-hmm. And so phase 2 is, my winemaker is Tim Drake, who used to be at Flat Creek and was years ago at Chateau Saint Michel in Columbia Crest. So I can't afford a full-time winemaker, and I'm not a chemist like you. So Tim supervises our wine, but he's like a timeshare for me. So he works with a few other small wineries, and he makes day trips down. He lives in Fredericksburg, and helps us care for our wine. So next month, he has been making wine for me at Texas Wine Company and Texas Custom Wine Works in the Lubbock area. They grow most of the grapes in Texas are grown in that area, and so we like to have our wine made where the grapes are grown and then transport it down rather than trying to transport fresh fruit. So those they're filled with a solution now to maintain them, but we've got Tempranillo and Mourvedre coming down to fill those barrels, and they'll age here for a couple of years. They're just early fermented wine right now. And then he's also made at another facility, Barbera, that we'll be actually bottling. And so what we're doing now is I'm trying to get into the rotation like the big wineries do, which is making wine all at once. And so instead of bottling all the time, basically, the way I think they say you're supposed to do it is that you're supposed to save all your money and bottle it all one day. And so we'll have a mobile bottling machine, and you need to come by and see that, Jennifer, just to see it, because it's like the eighth wonder of the world.
So just let me know when they're coming out, and I'll come out here, because I was looking at hiring a bottling line too, but I wanted to do it for canning because I want to can my wine. Yeah,
that is a very smart thing to do, because when you have cans, you can take it to the beach on a boat. It's much more versatile than in a bottle. The other thing, we have our press back here. Yes, it does 1 ton in 2 hours. And so we pick the grapes from the vineyard right here. We also buy grapes from another man in the area, and all on the same day. And so we, just hoist them in there and then press them. And the wine comes out through a tray in the bottom, which you can't see now because it's
because
pallet jack.
Yeah, the pallet jack is in the way. But that's okay.
And then we pump it from here into the tanks. And so it's all made here, and it's all yummy. It's all.
And we're gonna see how yummy that is in a second when Miss Lynn guides me through a little small tasting.
So Savannah is not 18, so she doesn't touch the alcohol, but she does a lot of our housekeeping, and she also makes our lotions and soaps and things like that. So she's a very industrious young lady, and we're really proud to have her, and cannot wait till she gets a little bit older so she can be a server. So Alicia works here part-time. She's got a full-time job, but she's here on Saturdays and Sundays and does a great job. And she's actually was one of our first employees, left when she had a baby, and now she's been back about a year.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
A year and
so we're glad to have her. And Dylan is the Wonder Man, because he's been here since he was about 14 or 15, when he could only pick up sticks. And now he's now a forklift driver, cellar rat, kitchen manager, and as of yesterday, a junior firefighter.
All right, it's time to roll up our sleeves and get into this food and wine tasting here at Majek Winery with the owner here, Lynn. She recommended we do our tasting with the black bean chili. Lynn, you take it over from here.
Thank you. So we do have a small menu that we serve Thursday through Sunday. We have appetizers like mozzarella sticks and hummus and, of course, rosemary bread with dipping oil. We have a Greek salad. We've got, and we have a couple of sandwiches, a French dip, and chili. So today we're going to have chili, which is not the best pairing with all of these wines, but we can kind of talk it through as we go.
Yes.
The chili's delicious, and it's a chili day anyway.
Yeah, so where are we starting with the wine?
So we're going to start first with the Blanc Barel. So I don't know if you can see from our glassware too. So I was telling you earlier, Jennifer, that my husband's family is Czech, and they immigrated here in about 1900. And the people that settled here from the Czech Republic were winemakers in Moravia, Czechoslovakia. So everybody out here has a homemade family wine recipe, which is not common all over the United States, but it's delicious. So anyway, we kind of are rekindling Randy's family tradition with making wine on the property. But we use, for our tasting glasses, we use little tumblers because they didn't have stemware at when they were out here clearing the land, with oxen. So that's our little homage to Randy's great-grandfather. But anyway, so the first wine is called Blanc Barel, and it's, again, trying to weave in a little bit of Randy's traditions. Barel is B-A-R-E-L, which is Czech for barrel. And so it's an oak-aged Blanc de Bois, which is not a traditional finish for Blanc de Bois. But we aged this in used French barrels for 1 year. And it came out great. We were not sure. It was a bit of a science project, but the Blanc de Bois is very citrusy when it's finished, and when we finished it with the oak barrel flavor, it became more like a little vanilla and honey, and so it's a little light. It's a little take on Chardonnay, and so I hope you enjoy it.
Yes, ma'am.
Cheers.
Now I have to say, I have to be honest, this is my first barrel aged Blanc, and this is amazing. It's really good. I've been a fan of your wine, so
thank you. I'm a fan, as you know, of you as well. So it turned out great, and it's been, people ask for Chardonnay, and we don't have this on the menu all the time. We kind of phase it in and out with other finishes of Blanc de Bois, but it's yummy.
Yes, this is definitely good. I do get those notes of the peach.
Mm-hmm. It tasted a little bit like fresh peaches.
Yes.
Dylan, our kitchen manager, he does all the cooking, and he's a Texas boy. Knows how to make chili.
And chili is definitely a Texas meal.
Mm-hmm. We won't have it on the menu much longer because we'll go into the spring menu, and we'll bring in a strawberry salad, BLT, and tuna salad on a croissant.
So it's something fresh every time a customer comes here.
Right.
So fresh. So like you rotate your wines and your food menu.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no reason for you to only come to Majek once. Right up I-10. Come out here a couple of times a year and enjoy everything they have to offer. This tasting room is amazing. You're sitting right here next to some big windows, and we're gonna put that in, and you're looking right at the vineyard, and it's just a beautiful view here to enjoy a meal and some wine.
Thank you.
So what are we trying next, Lynn?
So next is Cardinal's Crown. Our mascot is the cardinal bird. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of cardinals on the property, and they roost in rose bushes. So if you have rose bushes, you'll see a lot of cardinals. But this is a blend of mainly a Sangiovese blend. And so it's our take on a red table wine. So it's the kind of red wine that you drink with everything. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I really it's one of my credos in being a winery owner is I really want everybody who comes here, because we're about an hour from everywhere, an hour from Katy, and so it's a drive, but I really want to make sure that everybody has a great glass of wine. And so we've got dry, sweet, red, and white, and something for everybody when they come. This is our best-selling wine. It's about 25% of our total sales. and it's just a great red drinking wine. It has none of my wines have any bitter end notes. That's a pet peeve, is when they're sharp on the end. These are smooth and they're velvety, and so
it's definitely smooth. It's not heavy like a traditional wine you grab, a red wine you grab from the store. This is definitely amazing. You can tell the craftsmanship that goes into this wine.
Thank you. Half a glass every night.
I think my first time tasting this wine was one of the
festivals.
Yeah, we went to together. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites of yours.
We love the Splashway Festival, by the way, which will be in April this year. They have 2 weekends, and we'll both be there.
Yes.
So please visit Splashway in Sheridan, Texas. It's an amazing place, and they're good people.
Yes, this. And I'm going to do a video there. We're going to have some fun. Usually the wineries get there, and the organizer gets a little upset if Irma Rose gets next to another winery.
Why is that?
Because we act crazy and trade wine.
We trade wine and enjoy each other's company.
Yes.
So the next wine is Tempranillo. And so this wine, every wine has a story, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this wine, we bought it from our friends at Whistling. We bought the grapes from our friends at Whistling Duck, which is about 30 miles east of here. They have a vineyard in Dublin, Texas, which is near Stephenville. And so in 2018, we bought their harvest. We brought it down here and pressed it and aged it, and we bottled it I think in February of this year. So it was about 2 years in oak barrel, and it's a little bit softer than a lot of Tempranillos.
It does have a soft, earthy note on the nose,
but it's got really good tannin. Wow.
Yes. But like you said, all your wines finish very smooth, no like strong bite at the end. This is great.
Thank you. Now so if we're talking about food and wine pairings, this crown would be best with just a simple steak.
Okay.
Right, because it's fruit forward. It's not sweet, but it's got a lot of smooth fruit flavor, grape flavor. And so it's great with a steak that's just like salt and pepper, just simple seasoning. So with the Tempranillo, it would be into something that's a little bit more spicy.
So like the chili.
Yes.
Yes, because I think there's some cilantro or something. Mm-hmm. There's some spice in here.
I think what you see in Texas is that it's kind of still the Wild West, as you know, from winemaking. There's not one grape that we specialize in, like California is Cabernet. Every winemaker chooses their own kind of style that they want to pursue. And, that's the beauty of it, right, is that we're not kind of hemmed in to what we're going to do. And people talk all the time about what is the grape of Texas and should we even have one? And I say no. Mm-mm. No, let everybody do their best. And
don't they get mad at us when we go to Twickenham and we're in the group telling them that?
I know. No, that's the beauty of being Texans. Texas is like America in a microcosm, so we get to do what we want to do.
Yes.
And serve like we want to serve.
And then we have fruit wines here. We have the Texas wine industry is amazing with what we offer. We have fruit wines, traditional, you're more traditional. I think we try to grow every grape here in Texas.
Just about. And, the Texas wine industry is quite historic. Started in Del Rio at Valverde in the 1800s. They're the oldest continuous operating winery in Texas, down in the valley. And then it goes all the way up, of course, to North Texas in the high plains where most of the grapes are grown. So it's interesting during harvest season because down in the valley they start harvesting their grapes in May, and then our area is July and August, and then you go, hill country is August and September, and then it goes on up into the high plains into the late fall. So it's all good. There's a lot of history in Texas winemaking.
So what's this last one we have here? Cardinal's Kiss.
It's Cardinal's Choice.
Oh, Cardinal's Choice.
I have 3 or 4. It's confusing. I have 3 or 4 wines that are named Cardinal something, but usually the blends are named Cardinal something.
Okay.
So this is Cardinal's Choice, which is a sweet wine. It has 5% residual sugar and about 13% alcohol, and it is smooth and yummy.
Very, very fruity. Very, like, it's like you're definitely drinking something that tastes like a berry.
It's a main grape component is Moscato. Then it has some Petit Verdot, and it has 2 reds. I have to think about it what they are, which is what gives it its color. And then orange. It's kind of finished off with orange muscat, which is a grape that tastes like oranges, and it's just bright and delicious. And it's really good with spicy food. So if you think about sweet and sour kind of, flavors, this is what you want. It's a food pairing.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
No, I think, well, first of all, thank you, Jennifer.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just your biggest fan. You are so smart and diligent, and you just have a dream that you're chasing, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Really proud of you. And y'all, she's as genuine as she is smart, and we're really happy for all of her success and wish her so much well with her new building and the new things going on.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think that's it for me. I'm thankful to be part of your tribe.
Yes. So, again, everyone come out, check out Majek Winery here in Schulenburg, Texas. There's so many small towns right next to each other here. Schulenburg, Texas. Great food, great wine, great people. See you guys soon.